Good evening. Today we will be doing something a little bit different than our normal broadcast. We're going to be taking a step into the joys of painting, the joy of model painting. We're going to be doing something that I haven't done in many years. I have myself an assortment of model paints, and we have ourselves an assortment of models. And we're going to take some time, we're going to relax, we're going to de-stress, we're all stressed. We're going to take it easy, and we are going to do some minifigure painting. So to get it started, we need to set the stage. We need to get in the right mindset. So for all those here in attendance, let's get started. How is everyone doing tonight? Yes, that was probably too loud. I never really played YouTube music through. So, it is really hot. I'm not going to be able to keep that up all night. I am not going to be able to keep that up all night. So, yes, Cat Fox, €2. Lovely hair. This is the most amount of hair I've had since high school, and I am regretting it already because it's hot. It is very hot. I'm wearing the outfit, so I got jeans on in the middle of the summer. I mean, too loud. Should be too loud. Should be okay now. It should be okay now. Let me still. How is it still loud? Desktop. Oh, sorry. Wrong slider. I had the wrong slider. Okay. Yes, this is hot. This is the this isn't the official Bob Ross wig. This is the $10 Amazon special. So we got new intro, new logo, new theme, new hair. So tonight, we're gonna do painting. Somebody brought up paint and chill. Can't remember who. You know who you are though, because you commented about it. And if I turn my audio up too high by accident, you guys can always turn it down. Johnny, $5. Thank you. Appreciate it. So tonight, I have an assortment of models here. I want to give a huge shout out to Thangs for sponsoring the stream tonight. For those who aren't familiar, last week we printed off some models from MZ 4250, and I printed off a whole selection more. So we have all these guys. So these are a whole assortment of models. This is one that's actually Chaos Cortex. It's a beholder. If you play D&D, you know what a beholder is. But we have a whole selection of models. I have model paints. And I've got brushes. So this is going to be scuffed. I have not painted models in over a decade. And I was never that good to begin with. So, yeah. I'm going to be, where's the Thangs logo? Oh, yes. Let me turn that on. Sorry about that, Thangs. There you go. Let me turn it on all mine. I got it on that screen. Yeah, it's over there. Got it for that screen. Probably won't need desktop view. Mobile view. There we go, sponsor block. There we go. There's our Thangs. Right there. Thank you for sponsoring the show tonight. So, most of these models are from MZ 4250. He does several hundred of these tabletop type models on his page on Thangs. So if you have a resin printer, this guy has done a ton of crazy good models. These are all primed. They're ready to go. And yeah. There we go. So let me get that there. Get that there. And we should be good. So this is pretty scuffed. These are the paints we are using tonight. We have a basic army painter set. I used to have a whole whack load of paints. I paid way too much for Citadel paints back in the day when I played Warhammer, and I don't have any of them anymore. C'est la vie. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, basic starter kit of paints. And now you'll see the paint colors will come across the bottom of the screen now. We have ourselves some, I gotta fix the camera first. That's, no, not filter. The paint color of the day is autofocus. Autofocus. Autofocus, apply. There we go. So we have ourselves some matte white. We also have ourselves some demonic yellow. I am dripping sweat already. I don't know how long this wig is going to stay on. We got some pure red. Pure red. Ultramarine blue. Ultramarine blue. I feel Games Workshop is going to try and sue somebody over that. We have some green skin green. Got ourselves, of course, the barbarian flesh. Leather brown for all your leather needs. Matte black, as opposed to Kevin Black. Matte Black was the more successful of the two brothers. Plate mail metal. Plate mail metal. And of course we got ourselves a strong tone wash. I am dripping sweat already. This is ridiculous. This is, what, one second, you know what, 1 second. I'm gonna break the movie magic for a second. Because the problem is, this does not absorb any sweat at all. So it's just, there you go. It does not absorb any sweat, so it's just running. There we go. What am I? My wife found this absolutely hilarious. Tagley, $20 Canadian. Congrats on 20 subs or 20,000 subs. Thank you. I hit 20,000 today. So I think it's about 6 months since I hit 10,000. So yeah. So that was a nice little way to start the day off. I actually make it a point not to constantly keep track of my stats. I don't check my like views and whatnot every day. I only check them usually like, you know, the day I put out a video, but I don't check them every day. So it was kind of cool. And then yes, the Voron Discord hit 20,000 members as well. So 20K special video soon. I want to do a room tour at some point. I need to sort everything out, clean it all up first. So we have several different models here. Obviously, I'm not going to print them all. I've already printed them. I'm not going to paint them all. So I think I'm going to do a selection. I definitely want to do the Mimic. So the Mimic, got this barbarian, or I don't even know what this guy is. Whatever this guy is, we're going to paint him. And then I have a bunch. I have a gnoll. I've got a goblin saxophone guy. Mouse with a guitar or a lute. Some dragon queen lady. So, and a skeleton. You know what? Let's do the spooky, scary skeleton to start off. What we're going to do is, I've never... Oh, and shark. We'll paint the shark. Now, of course, you don't have a shirt on. Okay, so hopefully YouTube terms of services are okay with babies. Baby. Hi.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
You gotta go to bed. Good night. Hey. Good night.
Say goodnight to Dada.
No, you can't have any of the models tonight. Okay, go see Mama.
Mama.
There's a skeleton inside all of us. Yes. Yes, there is. This is the hottest I've ever been in this room. Okay, somebody already did it. Nicholas has asked about the Rat Rig V-Core. So everyone, go grab a drink. Because that's going to be the new rule. Anytime somebody asks me about the Rat Rig, that's when I'm going to open the bottle for the night. So that's the new Nero 3D drinking game. Holy, I am sweating in this wig. So it doesn't help my air conditioning isn't working too well right now, and we have a heat wave. And I'm wearing jeans and a long sleeve shirt. So that is the new drinking game. Anytime somebody asks me about the Rat Rig is when I open the bottle. TLDR. I don't have a Rat Rig. Nobody I know has a Rat Rig. Ergo, I can't make a comment on the Rat Rig. Because I can't make a comment on it. It's a square framed Core XY kit printer. I'm sure it's fine. Today we have 40 Creek Foxheart Canadian whiskey. Half the chat is queued up for alcohol poisoning at this rate. Ooh, that's good. Why don't I have a Rat Rig? Because I have enough Core XY printers, and I like Vorons because I'm on the team. Okay, wig's coming off. I know you guys want the wig, but I am seriously already sweating like mad. So the wig will be here in spirit, and I will put it on whenever I need to do a Bob Ross mannerism. But I can't keep that. I can't keep that on all night. I am gonna not make it. So let's do some painting. So I got this camera overhead, and I think we'll probably use the overhead camera for a lot of this. So we have these models. Now, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm printing multiple models, it would probably be best to do one color at a time. So paint all the browns on all of them first, all the whites on all of them first, etc. I'm assuming that would be the best option. And actually, I missed some here. Brian, 50, congrats from Argentina. Thank you, appreciate it. And Buddha Jim, $10, thank you, appreciate it. Good morning from Kuwait. Ooh, that's early there. 3 a.m., can't sleep, love your streams. They made my switch wire build so much fun. That's awesome, it's good to hear, man. What do I think of the Hevorts? They go burr. All printers go burr and they melt plastic. So I actually should probably get a paper plate, but I'm too lazy to go upstairs and get a paper plate. So I'm just going to use this plate that I have here because it's got hearts on it and flowers. So batch paste one base at a time. Well, I'm not going to paint the bases first because I need something to hold on to. Because I was supposed to print something to hold this stuff, but I didn't because I am smart and forgot to. So I'm gonna get a piece of double-sided tape and stick it on a glue stick. Because, sure, actually. Why use blue tack when you can use VHB? Base coat meaning bond coat. Oh, yeah. Not the paint of the base. It's been a while. Have I given away all the octopi away? I have not given all the octopi away. I still have a few, and I'm going to hang on to some for projects, obviously. However, I will probably give none away today. I'm saving for next week, obviously. I can't give them all away all at once, and I do want to spread it out a bit. So yeah. Now, I'm supposed to thin my paints. I remember that from my Warhammer days. I need to thin my paints. So I need water. I'll be back in a minute. Because I should have water somewhere in a tap. I don't have a container. Let me find a container for the water. Remember, I gotta thin my paints. I always remembered that. Always thin your paints. That'll do. And we are going to change the music up because obviously this is a little too synthwave is not the music you want when you're Bob Rossing it out. Let's go with some lo-fi. There we go. There we go. How's the international shipping penny? You know what? I shipped out. So anyone who won the ones from last week, they have shipped, and the week before they have shipped. I've shipped them out. Canada Post. So you should get them a week or two. But I shipped them just regular. I didn't ship them using like tracked or anything. Actually, since I'm sitting, I'm gonna angle the camera down a bit. So you can see my mess a bit. So because I shipped them just regular, you're not gonna get tracking, but it worked out to $12 to $15 per ship out. So it wasn't actually too bad to ship them to the States. Actually, now I'm too high. There we go. So actually it wasn't too bad. Any metallic? I got metal. I got plate metal. So I'm going to start with the brown because I want to paint this mimic. So I have a selection of brushes here. I don't know what I should be using. Let's use this one. This is a 1. We're going to go with the 1. And if anyone asks me, I can't remember the last time I painted a model. It's a base coat. We can always, you know, touch up anything we mix up. If anyone is using this as a guide on how to paint models, you are doing this wrong. And these are resin prints. These are all resin prints, and they were printed on my anycubic photon, the Mono 2K. Some of these are, I want to say some of them are Soraya, and some of them are the Nero Special. And what the Nero Special is when I finish a print and there's enough plastic left that it's not worth saving, or there's not enough left worth saving, and I'm like too lazy to go get the jug, what I'll do is I'll pour it in a little container and mix them all up, and I get fun little funky colors and mix up all kinds of like clears and not clears and whatnot. And some of these are made out of that. Don't take art advice from an engineer. Joke's on you, I'm not an engineer. I'm a wrench monkey. And then these paints are primed, or these prints are primed. You do got to prime them. And they are primed with a can of Krylon that I had from Canadian Tire. So yeah. I was going to use a tutorial on how to build a photon. You can use my videos for photon building stuff. That you can use my videos for. But don't use them for painting. Please don't use them for painting. You should not be using my videos for painting. Then again, I don't know. Turns out, who knows? Maybe it turns out I completely remembered everything from my 40K days, and somehow I picked up everything else, and now I'm the best painter in the world. You never know. I have the Bob Ross wig here. It's inspiration, so. Today we're just hanging out. Only had to purchase from Canada a few times, but shipping was expensive, and I don't know why. We always get screwed with shipping in Canada. It has to do with the fact that our country is so big, yet so few people. And we're like all spread out within a strip along the American border, basically. So it's just expensive to ship anything anywhere. And it's just a pain in the butt. So shipping in Canada sucks. Shipping out of Canada sucks. Once you get to the border, though, it ain't too bad usually. It's just getting it there is a pain. You're here for the painting tutorial. That is down the hall. This is the rap battle tutorial. And we are painting a mimic. And I wish I had some acetone so I could beat the devil out of these brushes when I was done. Yeah, move that up a bit. Instructions unclear. My Voron has a tongue and wants to kill me. I'm waiting for Dunar to pop in and just have like a stroke at what I'm doing. For those that are unfamiliar, go on the Voron Discord, go to the like the print showcase section and just search the name Dunar. The guy is like crazy good when it comes to printing like miniatures and whatnot. And he paints a lot of them. So check like post-processing prints. And he's probably looking at this and going, oh, excuse me, sir, what are you doing? So. That wood grain effect. So yeah, so tonight's stream is literally a just cause stream. You can't stream installing Clipper every day. You can't build a printer every day. And sometimes you just want to do something a little bit different. And funnily enough, I've already had people complain and DM me and message me that they watch me to learn how to build printers and nothing else. And that's all I should do. And to them, I say, okay. Whatever. I do what I want. And I want to paint. I want to be an artiste. Near a hot tub stream coming soon. Maybe. If this was Twitch, I would have a sub goal down here, and if we make it to 10,000 subs tonight, I will do it. I'll do a hot tub stream. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll do the hot tub stream if we get to 10,000 subs, right? So make sure y'all like that smash button and whatnot, and help me get to that. Help me make my goal of the hot tub stream. So what are we gonna put on this guy? Well, he's gonna be a lot of steel, but we'll give him a wooden. We'll give him a wooden shield. No joke though. My mom does have a hot tub, and I was legit tempted to bring the V0 there and do the software install while sitting in a hot tub. But I ended up doing the 24-hour build, or the like one and done build of it. So that case, it didn't really work out because I ended up building the whole thing in one day. But the original plan was to do a section of it in a different way. And I was going to go to my mom's house and do part of it in her hot tub. She has a nice hot tub outside, like her backyard's all done up. And I was going to do that and live stream doing the firmware while sitting in a hot tub. Or at least have the hot tub present, just as the meme. This was during like when the hot tub streaming was like really popular on Twitch. So it was going to be just a meme thing. But alas, not to pass. Trident hot tub. I don't know if I'm going to build a Trident. I don't really, I really want to keep Toasty as a 1.8 because I think it works better as the higher temperature because it's got the smaller print or the smaller enclosed space because of the backpack. And I really like the backpack. I don't want to lose the backpack. Oh, and for those that don't know, I suffer from essential tremors, so I will never be able to keep my hands perfectly still. So if you're wondering why you'll see random shakes, it's because of that. Again, it is what it is. The milk crate, the Rage Rabbit Feeder milk crate build. Does that have to do with the milk crate challenge? There we go. That makes more sense. The milk crate challenge. Anything else on here? That should be brown with him. No. Okay. Need to invite other Voron guys. I do want to start bringing more people on the stream. I just haven't had a chance. I'm think of it this way. If this was a show, I think we're near the end of season 1 and I would like to do some change ups with things before we go into season 2. Season 2, I'm just using those terms. I'm working in the process of redoing the room. I'm working on sourcing out a better camera. So I'm currently in the market for a new main camera because my A5100 is good for this, but I don't have separate audio in. It can't do 4K. I'm gonna give him Sharkman here. Should we give Sharkman? Thinking brown pants, and I don't have purple. What color should we give him pants? What color pants should we give him? We need pants for the Sharkman. Red. Red pants. I was gonna give him a red vest. Blue jeans, denim, green pants, blue, gold, yellow. Well, I was gonna give him a red vest to kind of make it like a life jacket type thing. Purple. I don't have purple. I got red and blue. You know what? I could do red and blue or green and blue and make it purple. Yeah, we'll do that. David's here. David's here. Put on a fancy shirt and a nice chair for us tonight. Feel like we're on a date. David, we're not on a date. We're here for one thing and one thing only. And that is to paint happy trees. Just remember, there's no mistakes. They're just happy little accidents. So now I'm taking this lovely Van Dyke brown here and we're applying it to this little knoll here. Actually, no, he's not a knoll. He's a kobold. And this kobold's pants here. Not really pants. They're a little bit of loincloth. And they have a story. Every piece of clothing that most people have a story of some sort. And I'm sure, you know, the shirt you're wearing has a story attached to it. This little kobold here. This was actually part of the cape of an adventurer who once went on a little adventure down his cave, and he absolutely beat the crap out of this little kobold, though. But on the way out, part of his cape got caught in a rock outcropping and got ripped off. And to honor that warrior, he turned it into a loincloth. So that's his little story. So happy little accidents. By the way, it is really hot wearing this wig. And the thing is, I can't even post these in like the post-processing section on the Voron Discord when I'm done, because these weren't printed on a Voron. These are resin prints. I might actually... This is actually kind of fun. This is kind of fun. I know I'm down one color so far, but... Okay, so... I want to do black. But let me see. Not yet. I don't think yet. Colin, $5. Thank you. Appreciate it. I have essential tremors as well. I do microscope dissections for work, and everyone always comments on my hand shaking. Thanks for being, you know what? You get used to it. Like when I spotting at work, right? Like I've done precision welding and spotting and whatnot, and you're in there with like grinders and you're like way in a tight area. And it's like, you just get used to working with it. Okay, that's enough of the wig for now. It's hot. I will put the wig on whenever I channel the bob. We've already spoken about the rodent rig. So now I've got to clean my brush because I think we're done with the brown. However, I do want to mix a little yellow in because the kobold here, I don't want him to have a yellow skin, but I want him to have a little bit of a mangy, like hyena kind of mangy fur. So I want a lighter, but I don't want it to be a light brown. I want it to be a dirty brown. So we're gonna mix in a little bit of yellow with the brown. And actually, while we're at it, we have a little, this guy right here. We're gonna paint this guy too, because why not? It is a dragonborn, so it's like a dragonkin type folk, with a pair of bagpipes, or a set of bagpipes. Because why not? So we're actually going to paint these two. Don't mistake your drinking cup for your brush wash cup. Well, I was going to get a brush wash cup, but instead I have the lid of a Bondo container is filled with water. And I know these should be on like a wet pad, I believe. Like some sort of wet pad, if I'm not mistaken. So the paints are drying out pretty kind of quick. But as I said, please never take this as a tutorial. This is just kind of we are going to have some fun and we are going to paint. I'm probably not even using the right brush right now. As I said, Dunar's probably yelling at me on the Discord, but I have notifications turned off. So, it is what it is. Happy little accidents. Always happy little accidents. Happy little trees, happy little accidents. Everything happens for a reason. You just may not know it yet. Subscribe for more life tips. Does the brush do what you need it to do? Good. Pretty much. This is a Amazon special Mondrian #1 brush. A little bit of yellow there. So, that was probably a little too much yellow, but it is what it is. Little dirty mustard color. That'll do. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do. Because remember, the key to model painting, just kind of blush on your colors and then just cover everything in a dirty wash and you're good. Because the wash hides everything and makes it look good enough. Waiting for the cabin. Oh, that comes at the end. Before you know it, be painting a little cabin, some pine trees, a nice little shoreline into the sunset, and of course, in the pine trees, well, that's where our little friend the squirrel lives. You know what? I need to put this guy on something. There we go. Can I paint a benchy? If we do another one of these, I'll paint a benchy. I don't even think I have a benchy right now. I think I threw it out. I print so many things for like videos and whatnot, and usually, honestly, when I'm done, I just throw them out. Like benchies, like I keep a few that are like sentimental. So like ones that would be like the, you know, the first benchy I ever printed on a Voron. I keep that in my toolbox at work. Like I keep a few things, but for the most part, no, I don't keep it. I don't have room. And this is what when you have a printer that uses a PEI bed, this is what you end up using your glue sticks for. Because once you have good layer adhesion, you don't need that PEI anymore. Starting to sound like Thomas Kincaid. Who is Thomas Kincaid? Why do little people today? Why do little people today? That is the question. Another painter. Okay. Believe me, I am not no painter like aficionado knowledgeable person. I know Bob Ross because he was on UPS and he painted happy trees and all the internet memes about him and whatnot. So, was an awesome painter, did rural cabin and river scenes. Okay. Did he have a show too? Or was like interviews and whatever with them? By the way, how does the camera look, the overhead camera when I'm painting? I don't know how, because on my screen right now that I'm looking at, it's all dark, but the screen I'm looking at is garbage. So I can't like judge based on that. Some subjects to discuss, a poll or something. We can discuss whatever you want. If you guys want me to talk about anything, like I'm looking at the screen constantly like this. Honestly, the plan tonight would be just the painting would be the backdrop to just chit chat. So if you guys want me to go over anything or talk about anything, bring it up. I'll chat about it. Like right now, this is, if I'm not mistaken, for me, I think we're at stream 77. Since, when did I start? Early May or late April of last year. So 77 streams. I have not missed a weekly stream since October of last year. So that's minimum one a week, usually on Saturday. Some of them I did on like the Friday, but one stream a week minimum. Some weeks I did two, obviously. But 77 streams in a row. And, you know what? I felt like the little guy was sick this week. There's a lot going on around the house. I just wanted to sit down this week. So we're having a little fun. We're relaxing, having a drink, and painting. It's out of focus a little bit. It's on autofocus. You know, I'll use this camera instead more, because this one will probably be, let's see here. There we go. We'll go with that. So I play blues guitar. I don't play any instruments. I used to play the saxophone back in high school. And that was the last time I played an instrument. Do I want to try a belt printer? I do want to try a belt printer, but I really can't justify purchasing a belt printer because I have zero need for one. It kind of fell into the same category in my case as like resin printers, where I really wanted to play with a resin printer, but I couldn't really justify it as I don't personally need one. So can you talk about how to land a space shuttle? Yeah, there's a movie called Space Cowboys, and they figured it out. What is this outfit? You don't know who the great American painter Bob Ross is? Like, if you do not know what this is, well, Bob Ross wouldn't have anything bad to say to you because he's Bob Ross. But you should know who Bob Ross is. So I look fresh. Yes, I have, as a kid, what is it, drip? Is that what the kids say nowadays? No, I had to go to Walmart and buy the blue shirt. I had a blue shirt, actually, that I was going to wear, but this one is better. So yeah, so let's get some black. I need some black. I started off wearing the wig, but it is way too hot. This wig is not conductive to cooling. I started to build a Delta, but it became a Boron. I would like a Delta too, but again, that falls into the same category as I do not need a Delta, so I can't really justify buying a Delta. So if I were to get a Delta, it would be for content reasons. Like, yes, I think they're really cool and I would love to watch one work, but I can't really justify purchasing one. Actually, no, we'll hold off on that. We'll go with, shoot. That one guy's gonna be mostly metal. He said, what color do we want to go with his pants? We wanted blue for his pants, right? Or purple. We wanted purple. I need a head cooling fan. I don't want to get a fan because if I get a fan in here, it's going to ruin the audio experience. And I've spent quite a bit of time fiddling, trying to get everything set up good with the audio and whatnot. I would hate to ruin it. Could I turn a Voron upside down to see? I did that on a stream. Yeah, I did a stream where I flipped my V0 upside down and it, like, no real difference in print quality. Wait, no, it's what color is purple? Purple is green and red, right? Yeah, it's green and red, right? Yeah. Don't turn it. Yeah. Next, we'll try printing upside down in a resin printer. Blue and red. Blue and red. Yeah, blue and red. Okay, well. So then what color did I make here? I tried green and red, and then it's like, no, wait, no, no, no. Oh, this is like a, this is like a, you know, yeah, we'll use this for his split pants. Why not? Actually, use that for the inside of this guy's mouth. How many are we even at right now? 138. Yeah. Stall Clipper for the 30th time in a row. 300 viewers. Do something new and paint. 138. Oh well. Don't take color theory advice from a wrench monkey. Clipper is the new clickbait. It is. I got a few Clipper-centric videos coming up. Clipper screen, how to install Clipper on any machine. Because if I wanted to clickbait, I would do Clipper videos for every single subject. You know, how to install Clipper on this, how to install Clipper on that, how to install Clipper on this. But I can't do that, so I'll just do a how to install Clipper on everything. So. Does the wife approve of the plate I am using? It's my plate. Why would you assume that's my wife's plate? It's my plate. Okay, now I need to make purple. So we need red and blue. How can I install Clipper on Tom's Voron? You would like any other printer with Clipper. However, it's personal choice, and he wants to run RepRap on his. B226 back here, which is my Voron with the most amount of hours. Got most of those hours running RepRap. Wow, this blue sucks. Wow, this blue really sucks. Oh well. That's what happens when you use a cheap paint set. So, purplish pants, I guess we were going with. Where did I purchase the paint? Amazon, because that was the only one that would get here before Friday. People were recommending me some other paints that I'm assuming are better quality. However, they wouldn't have gotten here in time. Except for the one, and I wasn't paying for like $50 for FedEx. For like a $40 set of paint. Do I have all the printers turned off? Yes, all my printers are... Well, technically, no. All my printers are actually... on. But they're all in standby mode. I don't turn most of my printers off. The printers that I actually, like, use often, I leave on all the time. It's just, you know, they're all in standby mode. So, like, the fans are off. Hot ends are off. Everything's off except for the controller, basically. So if I need to at any point, I can connect to it over my home network and just tell them to print something. And then they print something. that. Actually, let me get a little bit more detailed brush. How you doing the standby with your displays? Aren't they illuminated? That one doesn't have a display. This one is, I don't know, it's panel due. That one, the display is actually not hooked up. So the displays I normally just leave on too. I have no problem leaving the displays on. They're all just basic 12864s, nothing fancy anyways. LEDs may burn out. Well, it's a $10 display, so if I burn out the display, I have no problem replacing it. I've got spares anyways, and I haven't burned one out yet. Did I try eating the paint yet? Like, are you serious? Like, you drink paint, you don't eat paint. What is my opinion of the Rat Rig V3? Tried paint thinner, didn't lose any weight. Oh, that area didn't get primed. That is enough of that brown. Not trying to paint on the floor with a hamburger yet. I understood that reference. That was our dear friend the Hasselhoff, right? I don't like that color. Oh well. I will change that up later. They do look, yes, these are the prints from last week's stream. These are all models that you can get off of Thangs. I have a link in the description to MZ4250's profile on Thangs. That's where most of these models are from. The dude is great when it comes to these 3D models for like resin and whatnot, for like tabletop and whatnot. So definitely give him a shout. Okay, so now I need red. Hoff with a Burger was uploaded in May 2007. 2007? Connor Walsh, what printer? Depends how big. I'm using this right here is a mono or an anycubic photon mono. I've done a video of it already on my channel. I got mine through Banggood. I think you can get them for 200 bucks. Go watch my review on it. I like it. It's good bang for your buck, especially if you only plan on doing little models, because it's only got a small bed on it. But like this was a single piece print off of this guy. Like it's nuts the quality you can do on these resin printers. Like it's insane. So yeah. And then, hey, if you do buy it, I do have an affiliate link. Helps the channel out. If not, whatever. I don't care. Somebody actually messaged me a couple weeks back. It's like, you gotta advertise your affiliate links more. And I'm like, they're in the comments. If somebody wants to hunt them down, they can hunt them down. It's just so much easier to import previous descriptions when you make a new video. What resin do I use? I've used only Tech so far, and then also anycubic. These were all printed with anycubic resin. Different types of anycubic resin, but they're all printed with anycubic. And they all printed fine, I guess. I know a lot of people like the Tech resin, so. Speaking of resin, have you tried the 0.15 nozzles? I have not. Really? All my machines have a 0.4 nozzle. I tried a 0.3 for a little bit. The thing is, I was gonna... when I built my V0, the original plan for my V0 was supposed to be my model printer. I was gonna put like a 0.25 nozzle in it, and I was gonna use it to print models, like little detailed models. But then I ended up getting a resin printer. And the fact that, a $200 resin printer could output models that my V0 will never be able to do, kind of ruined that. So, it is what it is. How stinky? Not too bad, but I don't smell ABS anymore, so I'm not a great judge for that. When you print, you have the container or the lid closed. Make sure you keep it closed, put it that way. Why don't I have a printer? I do have one set up with a 0.6. Tallboy has a 0.6 installed in it all the time with a high flow dragon hot end. but every other printer has is a 0.4. I probably will be changing out Toasty to a 0.5 Nozzle X next time I get around to doing an order from somebody that carries E3D stuff. Just because I feed that printer a lot of filled stuff, so like carbon fiber or glass filled, and I want the larger nozzle just so it doesn't generate as much back pressure like I'm getting right now with the 0.4, and also less issue of potential jamming and clogs. So what are my plans with the original V0? Right now it's just sitting there. I do have plans for it, it's just I don't have time. I will get around to doing something with it one day, but not this day. I tried a 0.8. I have printed with I have a 1.2. I drilled out a crappy nozzle to 1.2 to fiddle around with once, and I've printed a few things with it. That vase right there, that's printed with a 1.2 millimeter nozzle. I don't smell ABS anymore as a thing because I think I fall into this category as well. Well, I work in a tool shop that has tryout presses. Like we just put in a 4,000 ton injection mold that we put like 100,000 pound front fascia tools, like automotive fascia tools. So the things that make your bumper. So that will pump out a 12 pound hunk of ABS every minute and a half. So I've kind of grown past the point where I smell ABS anymore. Have I seen the 3DX Tech Simubone filament? I have not. It's supposed to simulate bone, I guess. Cool. Oh. Like, is it like simulates appearance of bone or simulates properties of bone? Same radio opaqueness. That'd be cool. Print off that. Everyone has that T-Rex skull. You know the skull I'm talking about. Everyone's printed off that T-Rex skull at some point. And that'd be kind of cool to have in like bone. Like print it with a small nozzle, low layer height, and let it run for like a week. Just get like a really high detail version of it in, like a bone color. That'd be kind of cool. There we go. He's got a red vest and purple pants. Replacement for cadaver bones. Ooh, fancy. Actually, I forgot to paint that other thing purple. real hefty price. That's the thing with specialty filaments. They're usually pricey because you got to remember a lot of filament. Most filament companies don't make their own plastic, right? When you know they literally just buy it from another company. They just buy the resin, and then they run it through a machine that extrudes it into filament. So if you're trying to make like some specialty filament for a specific use case, and there's already not a plastic for that use case, or it's a very specialty plastic, your filament will be pricey because that's just how it is, right? Okay. So anything else that can be red? You're going to be mostly silver, this guy, and then I'll touch him up after. Go. Okay, now blue, I'm thinking, because Shark Boy here, his body's probably going to be blue. And then I'm going to need some blue for this guy. I think I'm going to make his cape blue. And then his skin green. So we'll do green right now, actually. The dragon bust model. Yeah, this is this one isn't I actually don't even remember where I got this from. But I painted it in green, so I just primed it just in case I felt like painting it later. So waiting for the audio to cut out. Oh no, not tonight, not tonight. We are doing things right. I've got everything set up. We should not be having that issue tonight, hopefully. Hopefully. Sorting screws. It's always good. A screw sorting stream is always a good time. Don't jinx it. Can't jinx it. We just know that won't be an issue. Because I know. So remember, don't believe in yourself, just believe in me. Because I believe in you. That's how I know we'll be okay. JKTM, hello there. Welcome to Print and Paint and Chill. This is actually very relaxing. I've got the lo-fi beats playing. Got my crappy paint. Be the ball. Be the ball. Did I just Gurren Lagann in here? I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, where's my drill at? Okay, there it is, just in case. Yeah, we'll go with green. Oop, a little too much. Could be Tim Taylor, Home Improvement. Well, my name is actually Taylor, so not Tim though. Just Taylor. Okay, it kind of goofed and globbed the front of his snout, so. If you're printing with nylon, it's PA6. You're gonna have a bad time with creep. That's what I ran into with Toasty. So I reprinted everything with either PA12 or most of it's now CF polycarbonate. Hello, Bert. Welcome to the painting. We're having a swell time. Okay, so now we need the blue. I'm gonna paint Sharkman here. Paint this guy's cape. I really don't like this blue. If you French fry when you're supposed to pizza, you're gonna have a bad time. Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. There we go. Should be able to heat treat it. That is what CNC Kitchen told me he did with his. Because he printed his original, his V0 in nylon as well, and he had issues. He heat treated some parts to fix it, but it was more of a stopgap, and he plans on, or at the time he did, I'm pretty sure he's done it by now, redoing everything in something else. At least that's what he told me. Painting and putting together Lego. I need to get some Lego. I can't wait till my little guy, he's 3 right now, so he's still a little, but I legit cannot wait for my little guy to be old enough that I can, you know, buy him Lego. So just because I'm involved with injection molding, like I work at a tool shop, we build injection molds. That's like on my bucket list of things to get my hands on one day, is I really want to get my hands on an original Lego mold. Because if you're involved in mold making, you know, like how to deal with tolerances and, you know, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. And I've built my fair share of medical molds over the years that are like, you have to be, you know, they got to be really accurate. The molds that they use for making Lego bricks are insane. Like the tolerances that Lego bricks are held to is like, I believe they use aircraft grade like standards. It's insane. But if you think about it, they kind of have to be, because every Lego piece ever made fits together with every Lego piece ever made. So yeah, they have high standards for a reason. Okay, so I really don't like this blue, but I need to be lighter. So crushed and buried in foundations? I believe so. Well, they're made out of steel. They would just be melted down or cut in half with a blowtorch. You know, Lego is the largest producer of tires in the world by volume. Like number of tires. Obviously, you know, not size and weight of tires, but in terms of number of tires made, Lego is the #1 company in the world. There we go. Working in a mold shop, brewing Tupperware for me. Oh, dude, the worst is I work on automotive molds mostly. Like the tool shop I work for, we build a lot of automotive. So when we were buying our last vehicle, I'm in all the dealerships, and I'm like, you have flash there, you have issues on your mold there. You know this is crappy. Why? Like what the heck? I'm like critiquing like the grills and whatnot on their vehicles. Cause it's like. Some of them I built. It's like my Escape, my wife's Escape. I built the tool that built the front grille, that makes the front grille on it. And I pulled the dealer aside, you know, when we're like looking at it. I'm like, what the hell is this? And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm like, this wasn't like this when it left the factory. He's like, oh, you built the car. I'm like, no, I built the tool. I built the tool for this part here, and it looked better. The parts that we ran in-house look better. Why do they look like garbage? I don't know. Flash everywhere. You could see where the robot trimmed the parts sloppily. I'm like, what the heck? They did build them? Okay. Well, if they buried them, they buried them. I'm just thinking, like old automotive molds, they just cut them up and scrap them. But I guess you could see Lego be worried, you know, a mold on the way to the wrecker ends up on a boat to Shenzhen. It is a valid concern. You have a Nero grill. If you have a Ford Escape built between when's the facelift? 2016 to now, I built the tool that made your grill. Well, I was one of the guys. It's like I'm the only guy who did it. There's like a whole team. And it molds for Subaru. If I remember correctly, we did a lens for them at some point, but it was for the JDM market, so it was the Japanese market. Well, small world, somebody had to make that tool. Yeah, it's the actual company that makes the grill is a company called Lax Trim System. And yeah. They make a lot of the automotive grills for the big three. They're the OEM for a bunch of them. There we go. Anyone seen a documentary or manufacturer of those little knockoff action figures in grocery stores made from end-of-life molds? I have not. Those are the ones where you see like Spider-Human and Superb Man and all that, right? Like the knockoffs. From one country to another, right across the street from Detroit. Pretty much. One town in Mexico, I believe it. It's always sketchy whenever we send a mold to Mexico because none of the truck drivers will actually drive it into Mexico. So they all go to this like transfer station in Puebla or somewhere in Texas, like just before the border. And everything gets offloaded on American or Canadian trucks and then loaded onto Mexican trucks. And when they do the transfer, it's never smooth. So we have to like take a ton of pictures anytime one of our tools go down there, because we've had tools show up in Mexico and they're like, why did you send us a tool that is all destroyed? And we're like, what? And they send us pictures of the tool and it's like all the water's ripped off of it or it's all smashed up. And it's like, it was not like that when it left here. Here's some pictures. Or we have tools show up that are, you know, not on the truck because they fell down a ravine. That's always fun. Nogales, Arizona. The ones I've always heard of from the truck drivers, it was in Texas somewhere. There's probably multiple of them. Like multiple different locations that do it. El Paso. I think El Paso's the big one. I believe that sounds right, but I've never been down there, so I don't know for sure. What time is it anyways? 9:30. Oh my god. So I want to try and get at least a few of these done tonight, just, you know, so I have something to show. The molds fall in a ravine, you get to make them again. No, actually, you rent a helicopter and you go looking for it and then you pull it out. Apparently that's what they did. It's like, well, it drove this route. There's only so many ravines it could fall down. Go. A smaller brush now. Man, these models are a pain to paint some details. Always paint from like the inside out, so if you screw up something, you're going to be painting over it in the next step. Makes it a little bit easier. Also means you don't have to be really accurate until the very end. So like things like belts and whatnot are usually the last thing to get painted. What's with the GD32? Does it have a slightly different? It's the GD32 is a different. It's a different chip based on the. I'll say it's based on it, but don't quote me on that. But basically, the actual STM32 is becoming a pain in the butt to find. So manufacturers are switching to using the GD32 as kind of like a stopgap replacement. Even the GD32 is becoming a pain to get. Oh my god. This chip shortage is becoming a major pain in the butt for companies. Good thing I don't deal with chips. For everyone that's like, why isn't Voron make official kits? Imagine us trying to keep track of like, trying to source controllers right now and dealing with all this BS and trying to keep like something in stock. Be a nightmare. Dustin Speed, $20. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm going to do my own painting with blackjack and happy little trees. It's always happy little trees. When in doubt, happy trees. Okay, here comes the part where I need to be. No weapon. Stranger. Stranger. Did Bob Ross wear an apron? Bob Ross wore a blue button-down shirt with the sleeves rolled up and the fro. So, no apron. That is hot. I don't know how people with long hair deal with it every day. Go. If you owned a Voron back then, he would wear one. Where's the squirrel? I didn't print a squirrel. I should have printed a squirrel. I should have printed a squirrel and a happy tree. I was actually going to print a tree, but then I forgot. Anything else yellow? No. Moose and squirrel. Okay, so he's got some pouches that I gotta paint. And white for that. That'll be white too. What else? Brown on that. And the inside of his jaw is gonna be like a pink. Go. Probably just a dab of red in there. Where did I put my red? Oh, there's my red. Bert Twofer, $10. Thank you, appreciate it. 1 second here. A little doop. Thanks a ton for the V0 vids. Made the LDO kit an even better experience. Awesome. Any guys why Z throws a wild position report at the beginning of homing though? I'm not sure. What do you mean it's throwing a random position? Like, is it inconsistent type issue or something else? We need a little bit more detail. And yeah. The Dragonkind guy. I can make a Skyrim joke right now, but I'm not going to because it is not 10 years ago. There we go. Position so it's 5mm at height, then I hit home. Make sure your config isn't set up wrong and you're homing to min instead of max, or max instead of min, or whatever it is. If you once you home and it says you're at 180, you're homing to maximum. Your config is set up so you're homing to maximum. Also, you shouldn't be 180 if it's a V0. Yeah, so I think I need to do some, what color now? White or black? Actually, I need more brown. Dark brown. 10-year anniversary edition of Skyrim in November because Howard is determined to make every platform have Skyrim. Here's the thing, Skyrim is not a bad game. It obviously doesn't have as much going on as like Oblivion or Morrowind before that. Like those games had more world to them. Like games recently have gotten very not deep, where like there's a ton of things to do, but it's very shallow. That's lighten in there just to lighten it up. I think we might have made gray instead, but we'll see. I'm actually surprised I don't have as much paint on me as I thought I would by now. Hey, I made mud. That'll do. Okay. Paint your pouches. Wow, I made primer, the color. I don't like that color at all. Nope, 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 nope. Drink, why drink? Drink, drink. You can't tell me what to drink. There's actually, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing as Twitch, where you guys can't tell me to drink, or I can't do something on stream for drink. That's against the thing, but I can drink of my own accord. Okay, I think it's time for white or black. Go with black. Actually, white. Do white. There's a few things that need white. Such as all these teeth. Actually, before I do that, do this guy first. Oh, that looks horrible. I don't like that. Oh well, I can paint over it later. That's not against streaming policies. I don't know about YouTube, but on Twitch it is. Like on Twitch, you can't stream for drinks. So I can't go like every time you guys donate or I do something, or every time you guys do something, I take a shot. Like that's against the Twitch terms of service. It's to prohibit like binge drinking or like drug use and whatnot. However, of my own accord, I can choose to drink whenever I feel like. There's just, you know, there's always rules and whatnot and ways around rules. Oh, the drinking with the rat rig, that's just because it's like a verbal tick or whatever. Rat rig V-Core 3 printed in PTG. I don't know. What can you print a rat rig in? What can a rat rig print? I don't have one. I don't know anyone who has one. How am I supposed to make an opinion about it then? It's a Core XY printer. That's a kit. Probably prints just fine. But I don't have one, so I can't make that opinion. Or I can't make any more of an opinion than that. Okay. Can you print peak gun of Voron? Can a Voron survive inside an oven? If not, then no. Corvid. Now I finished my drink. Okay, now, you ready for this? I'm gonna paint the most intricate model here. This is the skeleton. Now, this is like the most detailed model there is. I don't know if I have the motor skills to be able to do this properly. This challenge, this model has defeated many artists over the years. But now I'm going to give it a go. Again, this is the spooky, scary skeleton. And now I'm going to try painting it for the first time. So hopefully I don't screw it up. Oh wait, I gotta thin my paints, sorry. There we go. Need more paint, too thick. Yep, I gotta wash these paints. There we go. This print was an absolute nightmare to get off all the supports without breaking. I printed 3 of these. There we go. A spooky, scary skeleton. Would it be better to dunk in the bottle? I can't dunk him in the bottle. Bit of army shade and done. Pretty much. That's how you paint white models, right? You just, white. Okay, so this guy's a dro. So actually, I need to get the silver out for this guy, because he's going to be all silver. How many broke? I printed 3 and 2 of them got broken, taking them apart. I knew I was gonna break them, so I printed 3 of them, and sure enough, I broke several. Ooh, metallic paint time. Go. Paint the edges of the shield. Shark Boy looking good. Everything gets a wash. Remember, once you're done, you cover everything in a wash and it makes it look like $1,000,000. Why paint shade and detail when you get his blob colors on and let a wash do all the work? At least that's what I remember from my 40k days. But I played Imperial Guard, so it was like brown pants, red armor, white eyes, a few black details, and wash. And you're done. What do you mean primer isn't a valid color? Wrong button. I wish I had a gold. I really want to put this guy in like gold armor or something. But instead he's just going to be all plate armor with heavy wash. See, mistake I made was I follow people on Twitter, okay? And I created the Twitter account just kind of so I could keep in touch with you guys when I'm you know, any updates on the stream and whatnot. So if you're not following me on Twitter at 3DPNero, but the problem was I started following people, and at first, you know, I followed Joel, I followed Angus, Stefan, you know, the usual crew. I followed them. But then I started following the people that follow them and the people they follow. And next thing you know, I'm following all these people that do cosplay and model painting and all this stuff. And I'm watching what they're doing. And it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I want to give that a try. And oh, that looks interesting. And oh, that would be cool and neat to try out. And then here I am with a Bob Ross wig painting models. So be careful out there, guys. You never know what you're going to get into. I have sat more on this stream than I did on the 10-hour build. Okay, so actually your trident is going to be... can I mix yellow in? I want to try mixing yellow. I don't know if this will work. I don't know if this will work. Airbrush. Airbrush will be later if I do that. No, what it was Uncle Jesse painted the... where is he? Oh, my son has it upstairs. The Starro model. My son has it upstairs. Uncle Jesse painted his with an airbrush, and it came out like mint. And now it's like, I kind of want that. And it's like... Okay, so hopefully metallic, silver, and yellow is a okay enough trident color. Content. It's all content. Although nobody's watching it, I only have 100 viewers. Oh no. Whatever will I do? I guess I'll just keep doing what I'm doing because I'm doing this for fun. Make sure you like that smash button. Ring the bell. If you're subscribed to the channel, it's good. If you're not subscribed to the channel, why not become subscribed to the channel? You get all kinds of nice things like, you know, sometimes being notified when I go live. Or when I put a video out, because YouTube is kind of cranky at times. You know how it be. If you want to support me, support the things I do, the content I create, there are links in the description. If you are contacting me about your car's warranty, press 1 now. There we go. Airbrush saves so much. Yeah, that's the thing, because you airbrush your main colors, and then you just have to go in with the paints and do this small detail, right? Okay, so now, hoping I don't screw this up. Oh, I gotta paint this sword. You want to paint this guy in red? I'm thinking mix some, yeah, you know what? We're going to mix some red in. I like red. After blue, red's my favorite color. After purple, after yellow, it's blue, it's red. But we'll mix some red in. So we'll try some metallic red. And we'll paint his armor in metallic red. See how that goes. Prime Zenith Highlight. Use super thin paint for the base coat so it looks like you spent hours blending, and then just going with a brush and some little stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is gonna work great. This will work great. Okay, so sorry, you're getting knocked off there. Oh man, this is actually working really good. Okay, don't fuck up the shield. I'm changing anycubic Chiron to an IDEX. Do most slicers support IDEX? I believe so. Some are better than others. go with what the printer manufacturer recommends to start, and then go from there. Do I know what a Radler is? Sounds familiar. It's a drink, right? Gotta go have a great night. Take care. Built an M4 belt, keeps sliding towards the end of the pulley, making it squeak on every retract. You might have it over tightened. A beer with lemonade or Sprite. Oh. Okay then. We have Arnold Palmer's here. And then we have things like hard lemonades. It actually came out pretty good. Like a metallic red. I don't know if the camera focuses there. Beer with juice. Am I gonna build a rat rig? Yet. So this is a drow. So drow are like dark skinned elves, right? So it's like almost purple. Should have just left his face primer colored. Am I going to be building more Vorons? I'm going to be building a Micron. As I think my next build will be a Micron. I don't know when that will be. Waiting on a kit. So once that is finalized and everything's decided on, I will be building a Micron. And a micron, for those that don't know, is, if you know what a tiny M is, it's a V0 built with like full-size Voron parts, so like 2020 NEMA 17s. A micron is a V2 built with like NEMA 14s, 1515 extrusion, really annoying captive M3 nuts. And it's like 20 millimeters bigger footprint than a V0, and it has quad gantry leveling. It's a mini V2. So that will be fun. There we go. Okay, so Shark Boy's done for the most part. Skeleton's done, needs a wash. This guy's done. What does this guy need? I need to fix his cape. That's what I need to do. His cape's atrocious. Blue. What percentage of IPA do I use? Like 99%. It's like pure. I get it from Costco. 1 second. Oh, I gotta stand up. I get cases of this stuff at Costco. So it's the alcohol isopropyl 99%. Can I print upside down? Yes, I can. Can I juggle? Nope. There we go. So that guy's pretty much done now too. Just need some eyes and some teeth. What do we see behind the box? I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing is worse than going to do an eye and then completely missing it and blobbing a giant blob of green where you don't want green. Well, or white where you don't want white. Okay, well, just wash that out. There is no box in Tall Boy. Tall Boy's over here. In the V226. Oh, yeah, there's a box in there. Okay, let's see how easily I can do this. Yeah, good enough. It's all gonna get washed anyways. Okay, so now I need to do black. There you go. We're gonna give him brown hair. Actually, lighter brown. We'll go with light brown. time is it anyways? 10:30. Okay, yeah, we got plenty of time. We'll finish this up. Do the wash. Go. What else was there? There was something else. Oh yeah, gotta finish up the mimic, and for that we need do 2 of these. And then 1 itty bitty black. Bought some of the filament from your local guy. Stuff print's really good. Man, are the spools had a pretty large holder. Yeah, so Nathan, the way that Replitech does their spools, I like it. And yes, they don't fit on a Voron. They fit on all my commercial machines though. Their spools are bigger than a normal spool because they sell their filament by the length, not by the kilogram. So it ends up working out to like 1.8 kilograms plus or minus depending on what the filament is, but they sell it by the 600 millimeter length. So I like that actually. And yes, it does print really well. I only got the 2 spools of it. I'm going to be doing actually a tour of their facility to do a video on it, on how they make filament and whatnot. The thing is, I want to replace my camera. I want to get a new camera before I do that. One that actually has like audio in. Oh, wait, no, I need black. I was right. Because right now my camera, my A5100 doesn't have audio in. So capturing audio is kind of an absolute pain. So I need to buy a new camera, and that is being a pain in the butt trying to decide on what camera to get. Like, I'm thinking a 6400, but the 6400 has crappy image stabilization, which won't be good if I bring it places and I'm like recording by hand. I don't know. KB3D, hello. Oh, wrong one. Black. More black. So right now I'm thinking like an A6400, but I don't know if I want to just splurge and spend a bit more and get a better camera, like a 6600 or a GH5, or that's a cameras suck. Shopping for cameras suck because there's so many good cameras, but they all have like, oh, this one sucks at this though, but this one's really good, but it sucks at this. And if you want one that's good at everything, you're spending, you know, $5 grand, $3 grand, whatever. I hate camera shopping. I hate it. The ZV-1. So the problem with the ZV-1, you can't change lenses on it, which I know isn't a huge deal, but it is a deal. And I think it's I was looking at the ZV-E1, which is the ZV-1 with changeable lenses, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect. But it has like a really bad rolling shutter issue with fast speeds. And if I'm like recording a printer moving fast, that's going to be an issue. Yeah. I've looked, the problem is I live in Windsor, Ontario. The used market here absolutely blows for pretty much everything. And most people online aren't willing to ship. They just want to, you know, drop it off at somebody's house and be done with it. So. So I don't know, I'm leaning towards an A6400, but it's got crappy image stabilization, which, considering I shake, is going to make handheld stuff kind of bad. But I don't do a lot of handheld stuff at the moment, but I'm mostly buying it for, one, the tour coming up, because I want a better camera for that. Two, all my videos right now are recorded with this exact setup, where I actually record through OBS because the lav is plugged into the computer and it's easier, but I take a hit in image quality with that. Like, you may notice my videos are still a little washed out color-wise. So there's that. And then I'd like to be able to at least record in 4K, for the fact that way it makes easier editing, because I can crop in, crop out. I can, you know, it's a little bit easier to work with when you have that higher resolution file, and then I can export in 4K. Plus, I would like to have a rig that's actually decent for, like, you know, Murph next year and whatnot. So when I go there, I can actually record and do it properly. So it's like, do I spend a lot of money and get something that's future proof, but I might not need for a while, or buy something that's okay now, but then be wanting to upgrade later? So XT3. I haven't looked at the Fujifilms. Let me see here. DC Sublime, $30 for the chiropractor fund. Oof. B&H sells to Canada. Just buy Tom's gear and shoot an Ultra 4K. I am so envious of Tom's gear, and I've, you know, he DM, or didn't DM me, but he replied to my Twitter post about it. And he mentioned what he has, and yeah, he has, like, you know, he's recording with a Sony A7S III as his main camera. He's got a bunch of other. He's got his setup. I'm so envious of his setup, but it's like way overkill for anything I would ever need. So it's like I can't justify. I'm gonna try and give this drow some red eyes. I'm pretty sure, Tom worked, I'm trying to remember where he worked for an automotive company before, I believe. Yes, we have Boxing Day. That's the thing. I could wait till Boxing Day, but I kind of want something a little bit sooner than that. Like, I don't want to wait, you know, another 6 months. There we go. That'll do. Okay. They are painted, and now it's time for the wash. So I'm trying to remember, you just slather the wash on, right? You said you like the Bondtech LGX, so you consider it for future builds. Situationally, probably. I really like the LGX, but it's pricey. So right now, my two machines that run an LGX are, I drop that into 25 mil, and then I line it up with right there, so you don't see the soundproofing, just right there. Drop it right down to the top of the only benchies, and boom. That is how I indicate my cam, so it's always in the same spot. What was I saying? The LGX is really nice, but it's really pricey. So the machines that I put it on are machines that I consider my high volume machines that I need more reliability on. And it's not that the afterburner is unreliable. In my case, it's been 100% reliable in pretty much every machine I have it in. But in my use case, I can justify it saying the LGX is a commercial item. And that means when it comes from the factory, it's not in a printed housing that I built myself. Ergo, it should be a little bit more quality, simply for the fact that it's a consumer item. It's a one and done type assembly. So, how hard is it to get an LGX in Canada? Easy. At least I'm pretty sure. I've never actually ordered one directly. I've had all the ones that I have either given to me or sent to me. But you can order from LGX directly, from Bondtech directly, and they'll ship it to Canada or anywhere in the world. Because I gave away one, and all I did was go on their website and just send it to them. Yes, the LGX weighs more. I have gone past the point of chasing grams ages ago with my printers. I'm slinging around full-size LGXs, dual fans, quad fans. I don't care. I don't care about weight. I'm having no issues with heavy tool heads, so I don't care about weight. That's good, H2O. Okay, I need a big brush. Slosh it all over, then dry the brush and wick up any large pools, and then thin it with a bit of water if you want. Yep. It's been a while. Go. Oop. There we go. Skeleton. I will take pictures of all these and post them online. Don't worry about it. How's your son feeling? Oh, yeah. So last week we had a Rona scare. The little guy, he had a fever over the weekend. Coughing fits to the point where he wasn't able to breathe. It was pretty scary. We had to go take him to get him COVID tested. So me and the wife couldn't go to work because we had to quarantine because he was symptomatic. Turns out he didn't have COVID, which we're lucky. But yeah. So, yep. Didn't go to work for 3 days last week. That was fun. Is the Fizek Spider a good board? Yes, but no. The Spider itself is on paper a very solid controller board. I have one running in my machine right now, and I've had no issues with it. Unfortunately, that's kind of appearing to be the outlier. A lot of people are having QC issues with theirs. Issues with the 3-volt rail popping. And all in all, not a good time. So in that regard, I'm going to recommend don't get a Spider. Because I've seen too many people have issues with it. Go with the Octopus. So. Hope it isn't long COVID though. It shouldn't, like he tested negative. And like where we live, my county has a relatively high rate, but it's still low per the population. And I don't live in the, like near the major city. We don't really go anywhere, and anytime we go anywhere, we're fully masked up. Me and my wife are both fully vaccinated. The little guy pretty much only goes to daycare, and that's it. And like right now, I think our county sits at like I think for the population that is eligible for vaccination, so for those over 16, I think we're currently sitting at 77% vaccinated, or at least fully vaccinated, and like 80% or near 90, I think, partially. So the joys of living in a place where people don't eat horse dewormer, I guess. I just dropped him in the water. Oh well. What do you, if you already have a Spider, any safety tips? I don't know. Hope it doesn't pop one day. If it pops, it'll just be like a spark and something will blow, and that'll be it. Happy a little boot up the ass and keep running. Bob had a perm. I believe it. God, washes are magical. I wish I still had some of the little fake veggie turf that I would use in these guys for the ground. Watched some old streams lately when you told you bought COVID from daycare early 20. I don't remember saying he got COVID from daycare. He hasn't had COVID. No one in my family has tested positive. There's been a few scares, but as far as I know, like we've all been tested over the well, actually no, I haven't been tested. My wife hasn't. Only the little guy's been tested. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Back in Christmas. So around the Christmas break, what actually ended up happening was a teacher at his daycare tested positive. So because of that, at the time, they told his whole class or anyone in his class that they had to quarantine. But he never showed any symptoms, and nobody else at the daycare tested positive. So we're pretty sure that she didn't give it to anyone, because all the teachers at the daycare, or instructors, or caregivers, or whatever the heck they're called, they all have to be fully masked up the whole time. They eat separately. They, you know, they follow a pretty strict protocol. So we're pretty sure, like, he never got it there because nobody else tested positive. She was the only one. Okay, now to wash King Shark, who's a shark. In Texas, oh my god, like, so up here in Canada, yes, there are, you know, there are people who are anti-vax and whatnot and anti-lockdown, but it is like a tiny percentage of the population. Yes, they're loud and they, you know, they hold little fucking meetings and walks and whatnot, but it's nowhere near any large percentage of the population. And like, even the loonies I work with that were all against it, they all ended up getting their vaccine, because all the government did was just tell everyone, hey, if you get your shot, you can take the next day off paid sick for free. And everyone went and got their shot because they got a free sick day. So yeah, I feel sorry for some of those guys down there. David's back. David's back. Hi, David. Welcome back. You missed all the arts and crafts. Pay you for 6 weeks if you're sick at the time. I posted a pic of, oh yeah, David, you were showing me that. So David, who, for those that don't know, is in charge of Printed Solid, president or owner or whatever the heck it is. They put out like a little flyer. You know how you get those emails from companies like, oh, hey, you know, look at what we're working on. Here's some sales, blah, 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 blah. These are coming in stock. There was like a picture of, you know, people working the line, you know, their filament line, and they're wearing masks. He got hate mail for that. I'm like, oh my God. The people that tell you, don't tell me how to do my life or live my life, are telling you how to live your life. Like, oh my God. I don't know. There we go. And we are done. I'm an artiste. Be able to tell you why you're getting nosy movement at certain free rates. Kyle, it could be harmonics with certain motors and certain It has to do with stepper drivers and certain motors and certain step rates cause issues. You may have to play around with turning on and turning off interpolation or turning on and turning off stealth chop. Personally, I run all my machines mostly on spread cycle with 1.8 stepper drivers or stepper motors. I don't know. We're doing pretty good up here. Like, we were down to like 1 or 2 cases a day locally here, and my county has like 250,000 people. We're kind of back up now where we're getting like 50 people testing positive, but right now there's only 9. Last I checked, and this was on Wednesday, we only had 9 people in the local hospital, and of the 9, only 1 was a vaccinated person, and they were elderly already. Everyone else who's in the hospital right now locally is unvaccinated, so get your shots. So I would have to wait for these to dry, but as a wise sage, a person of great knowledge and life experience, once passed on the kind words and the elderly wisdom. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm gonna go get my heat gun, and we are going to accelerate the drying process. Yeah, problem with the kids because school has begun and you can't get the vaccine below 12. Up here, it's if you're above grade 1, masks. All schools, daycares, if you're above grade 1 and up, you have to wear a mask the whole time. The only time it's allowed off is like lunch and whatnot, or if you're outdoors. Adam Savage style. That's where I got the apron from. Go watch, if you're on YouTube, Tested by Adam Savage. This is literally the type of apron he used to wear for a while before he got his own. Like, I legit got that apron because I saw him wearing the apron. I'm like, that's cool. I want one. So, these are done. Oh, this guy ain't dry. It takes a while for this stuff to dry, doesn't it? Did the music stop? Oh no, it's just quiet. I know the logo's outdated. I gotta replace that one too. That actually, I'm surprised how well that held up. Because I did a video. There's a video on my channel on how I did the logo in that, where I embossed it using a PLA die that I made. Like, it has held up perfectly. What apron is that? I don't know. Go, I don't have the link. Go to Adam Savage's Tested, the YouTube channel, and go watch a video from a while ago when he was wearing that, and there's a link in the comments. There might still be the link there. Online school is awful. Work from home is nice. I wish. I work in a tool shop. I don't think they'll let me take a Bridgeport home. Masks are optional. I honestly feel bad for you guys. Okay, these turned out pretty, like, they're not amazing. Like, these totally are not amazing, but you know what? If I was playing D&D at home, I'd be kind of happy. If these were, like, you know, the models I was using to represent stuff. So, here's the shark. I'm going to take actual pictures of these. I'm going to take actual, like, because you got no lighting here. I will take proper pictures of these guys. And I will post them on my Twitter. So if you are not following me at 3DP Nero, actually, wait. Let me end it properly. And it properly here. One second. One second. Probably gonna get freaking copyright strike for this. I think this is it. There we go. Okay, everyone. So I thank you for joining me for the stream tonight. I hope you enjoyed the outside the normal content that we did. We did a little bit of painting. We painted some happy trees, or in our case, an angry shark king. We painted ourselves a dragon person with a bagpipe. We painted ourselves a good old-fashioned mimic with some Van Dyke brown. We have ourselves a little drow, whatever it is. He's happy. He's happy. He has a little squirrel in his pocket, who's happy to see him, and he's pointing the way to our final model, which was the spooky, the scary, the skeleton, and of course he has his little friend, the kobold, and they live in the little happy tree in the pine bush outside the cabin that has a little trail leading to it by the babbling creek. So I hope you all enjoyed the stream tonight. You know, things are kind of getting scary out there again, but it doesn't have to be scary because we all have each other, and you also have me. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Ring that bell, as the other YouTubers would say, and make sure you like that smash button, as is the custom. And make sure you are following me on Twitter at 3DP Neuro, where you'll find pictures of these after the show, along with any updates on upcoming content. I hope you've been entertained tonight. If you'd like to support the content I create, the things I do, there are links in the description. As always, be safe out there, wash your hands, and have yourselves a great day. Peace.